potentially effective COVID-19 vaccine, Stop & Shop is signing up to become a distributor. I'm 22 News reporter Katrina Kincaid, and I'll give you the details of their distribution plan.
Local homeless shelters are being pushed to the breaking point during this pandemic, and UMass students will get a longer holiday break this year to help slow the spread of COVID-19. Good morning and welcome to 22 News at 6:30 on this Tuesday morning. I'm Taylor Knight.
And I'm Rich Tedmer, along with 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Nick Bannon. We'll get to those stories in just a moment. First, the chilly weather has arrived, Nick.
Yeah, and we're getting to that time of year where being above average doesn't mean all that comfortable or all that warm, but it is something to look forward to as we head above average into the weekend. But we are looking a little below average here today, temperature-wise, yet we're being treated to a beautiful sunrise now. This is our Springfield camera looking south down the Connecticut River toward Connecticut, and you can see the clouds are spreading over us now, but there's some bright spots out there, especially to the south and to the east of us. So a lovely looking view now, but the clouds will continue to take over as we head through the next several hours, and eventually it'll just be mostly cloudy most of the time. Temperatures range from the upper 20s to the low 30s. So it's a pretty average morning, but it is going to be chilly as you step out the door. Here come the clouds in the light gray. There's still some holes in the clouds, though, so we may even see a few more breaks in the clouds before we fully turn cloudy for the day. Highs in the low to mid 40s is where we head for this afternoon. This is about 7 degrees cooler than yesterday. Low to mid 40s in Hampshire County. Some spots, our western hills, may not quite get out of the 30s, but mostly it is low to mid 40s and even low 40s in the Berkshires. Anybody could see a flurry or sprinkle later today, but the best chance of that happening is going to be over the Berkshires, where you could even see a brief rain or snow shower today, although it won't accumulate in any way. We do have a pretty good amount of sunshine coming for tomorrow, but it comes with a temperature drop. We'll show you the warm up that happens after that with our 22 News Storm Team 7-day forecast.
After the promising news of an almost 95% effective COVID-19 vaccine from Moderna came out, Stop & Shop is signing up to distribute an eventual vaccine. 22 News reporter Katrina Kincaid is live in West Springfield to explain the distribution plan.
The grocery stores in Massachusetts have signed up to become a distributor of the vaccine for free to customers once it's available in the U.S. Now, there is no official plan right now for them, but their preliminary plan from Stop & Shop is to make a vaccine available at 250 pharmacies. Locations at no cost to those customers. They say this depends, though, on the amount of vaccine available, the timing of it, as well as any requests or directions from the CDC. Moderna says it expects to have roughly 20 million doses ready to ship in the U.S. by the end of the year. And in Massachusetts' COVID-19 distribution plan, distributors will work directly with the local boards of health, like here in West Springfield, to distribute an eventual vaccine. The grocery chain has teamed up with the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services to make sure that a vaccine is delivered quickly and efficiently. And in addition to providing an eventual COVID-19 vaccine, Stop & Shop already offers pneumonia, flu, and a shingles vaccine for customers. Working for you in West Springfield, Katrina Kincaid, 22 News.
UMass Amherst students are getting ready for holiday break, and they won't be returning to campus for a long time starting on Friday. The small percentage of on-campus students will be heading home for an extended holiday break. They won't be returning to campus until February 1st. All academic work and final exams after November 20th will be done remotely to minimize the need to travel back to campus. The university currently has conducted more than 150,000 COVID tests and has a positivity rate of 0.22%. Students and staff alike seem to be committed to keeping those numbers down.
We want individuals to continue with their testing protocols. We advised everybody to get tested 2 to 3 days before their departure to go home.
A lot of kids are coming to get tested just because, especially with break coming up, they don't want to go home and have it. So I think they've done a good job promoting it and getting kids to come.
When classes resume for the spring semester, a lot more students will be allowed back to campus. That'll include students enrolled in mandatory face-to-face classes, students who are dependent on the university for housing and dining, including international students, athletes, and first-year or entering transfer students enrolled in fall 2020 or spring 2021. As of right now, there are currently no plans on going fully remote for the spring semester. After a week of sheltering in place, Westfield State University students are packing up to go home for break. The university is moving all of its courses online for the remainder of the semester. The move is part of the university's curtailment plan to control COVID-19 spread in consultation with the State Department of Public Health. Westfield State University officials say that there is an increased need for staffing and resources to manage COVID-19, and they'll have limited capacity for isolation and quarantine cases on campus. For the spring semester, Westfield State University is planning on returning courses to a hybrid learning model with students back on campus.
So it kind of really sucks that we have to leave early, but I made some really good friends here and I'm really excited to see them in the spring.
Well, for me personally, all my classes this semester have been online, so I'm pretty used to it at this point. I do kind of wish they were in person, but I'm pretty used to remote learning.
The move out will begin tomorrow and end on Sunday. Well, the cold weather always puts spots at homeless and emergency shelters at a premium, but that's especially true under the threat of COVID-19. 22 News spoke to the Springfield Rescue Mission about the extra challenges that they face. Their emergency shelter on Taylor Street is putting together an emergency response team for those extremely cold days that will be coming, and they've already developed COVID-19 safeguards at the shelters. The extra effort, they say, is worth it.
So we do have protocols in place for pre-screening individuals. We do temperature checks. They have a form they need to fill out. We want to make sure that there's nobody left out in the cold on the street. You know, that is our prayer and that is our focus, is to make sure everybody has a safe place to go and a safe bed to be tucked into.
You can learn more about the Springfield Rescue Mission at our website, WWLP.com.